I'm Bob Stevens. I'm Group Chief Executive for the MPS Society in the UK. In 2002, both my sons were diagnosed with MPS II hunters, and there began a long journey from working in the construction industry through to where I am now as Chief Executive of the MPS Society. When my eldest son was born, he was born with some problems, and we were under the local paediatric centre. After about 12 months, he developed a heart murmur. We knew that the heart murmur wasn't there to start with, and so our local paediatrician suspected something else was going on. That was the first time I heard the word mucopolysaccharidosis, and I remember the specialist saying to me, "Don't go home and look it up on the internet." He then explained to us what it meant, and the first question that I asked was, does it affect the lifespan of my son? And he said in some cases, yes it does. There are several things families talk to us about when they're talking of their journey to receiving the diagnosis of MPS II. It's often a journey of confusion, a journey of not knowing what's going on and not knowing whether their son is going to be healthy or what sort of problems they're going to have. And not having a diagnosis early on means that you can't understand anything, because if you don't know what your son's suffering from, it's very difficult to do anything about it. So not having that early diagnosis really does cause a lot of family problems. Having your son diagnosed with MPS II is a profound change in family life. You have to learn to live as a family in a different way. You have to deal with things on a daily basis. Maybe your son gets ill regularly and you can't make plans, but you still have to live. And one day, a bit further along in the journey, you will realise that you're living life again. Because as families, we all want to smile, we all want to live, and we all want to have fun. Even with MPS II, you can still do that. We were very lucky in the early days to have the support of a wonderful doctor from our local hospital. He took a great interest in us as a family, and both boys, and how they would live with MPS. He not only would ring us up to see how we were getting on as a family, even when we didn't have any appointments arranged with him. He became a lifelong friend. We've held various fundraising events. He's always come to those events. He'll openly speak to people who we ask. And he's just an inspiration to the boys. They treat him as a friend. He's not a professional. He's somebody who keeps our family going. My advice to newly diagnosed families is, yes, it's a shock, and yes, your life will change, but you will live life, you will enjoy life, and your children will still be children. So go and do the things you want to do, and not to worry too much about what's in the future. Live today now. And in a few years' time, you'll realise that you are coping with living with MPS II. And there are other families who you can talk to. There's a great community out there. Get involved and your life can be really good. I know. I'm an MPS II dad.